Two people own a Porsche. One spent around $60,000. The other spent over $2 million. Same badge, same brand, completely different level of wealth. Most people can't tell the difference. But today, we're breaking down the 7 levels of Porsche, from the most accessible models to some of the most exclusive cars on the planet. Let's start with level 1. The Macan is Porsche's cheapest way in. It delivers the badge, but not the full Porsche experience most buyers imagine. The smart move? Buy used and let someone else take the depreciation hit. Then comes the Cayenne. This is where the engineering starts matching the price tag. More power, more performance, more Porsche. For many buyers, this is the point where the brand finally starts to make sense. This SUV didn't just become successful, it saved Porsche. Back then, the company was struggling until the Cayenne changed everything. Ironically, the same enthusiasts who criticized it ended up buying it. For over 2 decades, Cayenne profits have helped fund Porsche's most iconic cars. This is where Porsche pricing starts to make sense. Level 3, the Panamera, a luxury sedan that drives like a true sports car. With supercar performance and everyday comfort, it delivers both worlds. Think of it as a 911 that grew up and put on a suit. Most people don't need a Panamera, but if you want sports car performance without sacrificing space and comfort, this is the answer. Level 4, the Cayman and Boxster, mid-engine, perfect balance, built for drivers, not headlines. The base models are impressive, but the flat 6 versions are where the magic starts. Once you hear that engine, everything else sounds ordinary. Here's the secret. The Cayman is actually better balanced than the 911. Porsche knows it. Journalists know it. Most buyers don't. The Cayman is the better driver's car. The 911 is the bigger status symbol, and that's the hierarchy most people never notice. Level 5, the 911. Porsche's most iconic car, refined for over 60 years. From the Carrera to the GT3 RS, every version pushes performance further. What started as a design flaw became its biggest advantage. That's why the 911 drives unlike anything else on the road. And for collectors, some older models are already becoming more valuable every year. Level 6, everything changes. For anyone who genuinely enjoys driving, the Taycan is impossible to ignore. The entry-level Taycan starts at roughly $100,000, while the range-topping Turbo S pushes beyond $200,000. But the real difference isn't the price. It's what happens after repeated hard acceleration runs. Unlike most high-performance EVs, the Taycan can repeatedly launch at maximum performance without significantly reducing power. Many competitors deliver their best numbers once or twice before software begins protecting the system. The Taycan keeps going. Porsche designed the cooling and thermal systems with sustained performance in mind, because Porsche assumes something unusual. The owner will actually use the performance they paid for. And despite being fully electric, the Taycan still feels unmistakably Porsche. It turns, it stops, it responds. The only difference is that it does all of it in near silence. This is where Porsche's future is being built. But beyond this point, Porsche becomes something else entirely. Level 7, the collector's territory. The 918 Spyder wasn't built merely to be fast. It was built to become a legend. Only 918 examples were produced, a number chosen deliberately rather than accidentally. A naturally aspirated V8 paired with electric motors delivered a combined output approaching 900 horsepower. Performance was extraordinary. But that's not what made the car special. What made it special was rarity. Years after production ended, values continued climbing instead of falling. Very few cars managed to become both engineering achievements and investment assets. And then there's the Carrera GT. Among serious collectors, this is often the Porsche that earns the most respect. Powered by a V10 engine, originally connected to a racing project, it delivered an experience few modern cars can replicate. No complicated driving modes, no layers of electronics constantly correcting your mistakes, just the driver, the machine, and the consequences of every decision. That's exactly why enthusiasts love it. Its reputation is demanding. Its reputation is unforgiving, and yet many enthusiasts still consider it one of the greatest driver's cars ever built. These cars rarely spend their lives commuting. Most are stored in carefully controlled environments and appear only at exclusive events. They aren't transportation anymore. They're rolling pieces of automotive history. So what's the final verdict? The Macan is good. The Cayenne is excellent. The Cayman delivers one of the purest driving experiences Porsche offers, and the 911 remains the benchmark every sports car is measured against. But once you move beyond that level, you're no longer buying transportation, you're buying buying identity. You're buying status. You're buying a statement. The biggest mistake isn't choosing the wrong Porsche, it's buying one you're afraid to drive. If you found this useful, subscribe. I break down how things really work, not how they're advertised. See you in the next one.